Welcome back to C1 Novel and Vocab Week 17. Thank you for joining me and let's get started. First, hi! My name is Miss Kimberly and the goal of our session is to have students understand each word in our vocabulary workbook and to be cognizant of some phrases from the novel that may be difficult to understand. And I'll be here to help you. First, our agenda for this video is to go over Week 17 vocabulary, go over the example sentences, and in our next video, we'll go over the difficult phrases from the novel, and then after both videos, you'll have to review and self-study by yourself. But why are we doing this? First, we're going over Week 17 vocabulary for vocabulary acquisition. This means by learning the definition, synonym, antonym, and part of speech of our word, this can significantly improve our reading comprehension and enhance our contextual usage, meaning we're putting more vocabulary words in our brain so that we can understand and speak it. Next, we're going over extra example sentences to help with writing variation. By looking at a variety of example sentences with one specific vocabulary word, students can learn how to use the word in different sentence structures and not just have repetitive, boring old sentences. So, before I get started, I did want to say a big thank you to all of the people who have been doing the YouTube missions. I have some missions here, this one here. I have so many. Thank you so much, everyone. I love your participation here. I did want to say I have two no names, and I want to give them the points. So if you have this, if this is your handwriting, or if this is your handwriting, please come find me at M.I, because I'm always there now. Please come find me and tell me what your names are. Okay? Thank you so much. For the mission for week 17, I'll give you a hint. It's not in this video. It'll be in the novel video. So enough with that. Let's finally get started. Please open up your vocabulary workbook to Unit 17. Let me open it myself. And we're on page 142. Is everyone on page 142? Yes, yes, yes? Good. Let's get started. Our first word is attitude. Everyone say attitude. Attitude. The synonym is outlook, how we're looking at something, and the part of speech is a noun. The definition is a feeling about someone or something. So how do we feel about something? Our attitude. In our TED Talks, it said, people who are thankful often have a positive attitude, meaning we are a bit more, we have a better outlook on life. We're not so negative about things. We're very hopeful if we are thankful for our things. Let's read the example together. Ready? The girl was sent to the principal's office for having a bad attitude. Uh-oh. Just like M.I, you may or may not, hopefully not, be sent to the principal's office if you have a bad attitude in class, meaning you're not participating, you're being very rude, you're being disruptive. But I know if you're watching this video, you're not that kind of student. So, high five. So let's go to here. It says the teacher's friendly attitude, like me, made the class enjoyable. So if you have a friendly teacher, that means the students will enjoy the class even more. But if this teacher is always strict and mean and, I don't know, scary, then the students will probably not have a very good attitude in class. Let's look at the second sentence. It says, she showed a brave attitude during the competition. Maybe because maybe she's doing some type of singing competition or a speech competition or a sports competition. Whatever type of competition it is, if you have a brave attitude, meaning you're very courageous and you're not afraid, you're full of confidence. So everyone repeat after me and say attitude. Next, Our word for number 2 is grateful. Everyone say grateful. The synonym is appreciative, and the antonym is ungrateful. And this is an adjective, and the definition says showing or expressing thanks. So thank you. Grateful. So another word would be thankful. In our TED Talks it says, I am grateful for everything you have done for me. Meaning, oh, thank you so much for all of your hard work. I'm so grateful. Let's read the example together. Ready? I am very grateful to my grandfather for teaching me how to play the piano. So, this person here in the sentence, the grandfather helped them learn how to play the piano, and they're very grateful for it. We're very thankful. Thank you, Grandpa. Let's look at the examples here. She was grateful for the sunny weather on her birthday because they could go to the pool and go swimming then. Yes. If your birthday was in the summer and your plan was to go to the pool, but it was raining outside, I don't think you would be very grateful for the weather that day. Next, it says, he wrote a letter to his parents to say how grateful he was for his birthday present. So he wrote a little letter saying, Dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for planning my birthday party and giving me this awesome birthday present. You're the best parents ever. You're showing how grateful you are. Next one, number 3, our word is productive. Everyone say productive. The synonym is fruitful and the antonym is unproductive. And a part of speech is an adjective and it means able to accomplish a lot. So you're able to finish X, Y, Z and everything. Productive. In our book, and it says, studies show that gratitude can lead to happier, more productive workers. Meaning if you're thankful for what you have, then you'll be more productive, meaning you'll be able to finish a lot more work. Example, read together. 3, 2, 1. You might feel more productive if you aren't distracted by your phone. So, you'll be able to do more work, finish your homework very quickly if you stop looking at your phone because you get distracted. Next one down here, it says, she had a very productive afternoon and finished all her homework, which means after that, she was able to play all night long. Next one, it says, being productive during the weekdays meant they could relax on the weekend. Meaning if you're working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that means on Saturday and Sunday you can rest and relax. Next one, number 4, our word is affect. The synonym is influence, and our part of speech is a verb. It means to cause a change in someone or something. So we have an influence on them. It affects them in some kind of way. Some kind of effect. Here in our book, the sentence says, gratitude can change a person's feelings. It can affect them in a good way, meaning it could influence them to be in a positive way. Example, let's read together. The way you treat other people can affect your relationships with them. So, if you're nice to other people and show them kindness, then your relationship will be good. It affects them in a nice way. However, if you're always mean to them and saying not so nice things, then that relationship will be affected in a negative way. Next one over here. It says, the weather can positively or negatively affect how we feel. For example, have you ever felt just super happy on a sunny day? Or felt really sad or tired on a rainy day? That means the weather affected you and how you felt. Next one, it says, eating healthy food affects your body in a good way. Meaning if you have all these good vegetables and vitamins and minerals and nutrients in our body, it'll affect us in a very good way and it'll make us body healthier. This is me doing my strong arms. Next one, everyone say goof up. Goof up. These words are from our novel book, and the synonym for goof up is mess up. The part of speech is a phrasal verb, and the definition says, to do something badly or make a silly mistake that causes something to fail. So you kind of like make a mistake, goof up. In the book, it said, and Dad not making it to the performance gym and how I goofed up so much. Meaning, Zoe was making a lot of mistakes. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. Don't goof up the big project or else the manager will get really angry. So try not to mess up, try not to make any mistakes or else the manager's going to be angry. Let's look over here. It says she was worried she might goof up on her first day at the new job. So she was very nervous and she was being on her best behavior. Next, they practiced a lot to make sure they didn't goof up during the dance performance. So they practiced and practiced and practiced until they perfected everything so that they would not goof up or make any mistakes. Everyone say, goof up. Number 6, I don't like this. I don't like how whenever I feel like this. Everyone say stuffy. And the synonym is stifling, and the antonym means open. It is an adjective, and it means lacking fresh air. Ooh, you'll get to know what it means. In the book it says, and people start talking again about how stuffy it is in this room. What does that mean? To stuff things in? Example, it says, open up the windows so we can air out this stuffy room. Now, do you understand? Stuffy room means it's very humid and hot and just feels a bit crowded inside. So you need to open the window or open the door to not have a stuffy room anymore, to have some ventilation coming in. Next here, it says a student complained that the classroom was too stuffy. Yes, this will happen as the weather gets hotter and hotter. Except for my classroom. My classroom's always super cold because I always put on the air conditioning on full blast. But some classrooms can get really stuffy, meaning it's so hot and you can't really breathe that well because it's lacking fresh air. The next one, it says, sitting in the stuffy tent made everyone uncomfortable and sweaty. Whew. We do not want that. So if you feel a bit stuffy in your classroom, why don't you raise your hand and say, Miss, blah, blah, it's kind of stuffy in here. Can we open the window, please? And then your teacher will be like, oh, you used a vocabulary word. How nice of you. Number 7, our word is wheeze. Everyone say wheeze. The part of speech is a verb, and the definition says to breathe with difficulty and with a whistling sound. So whistle, wheeze, like, but it makes like a kind of sound. In the novel, it says the perfect tone D60 is ready and wheezing, meaning she turned it on and it's making a little bit of a sound. So here, the organ's not really breathing, but when we turned it on, it has like a bit of a staticky sound there. Example, it says, or let's read together before I forgot. The example, it says, I wheezed all the way while climbing up the steep mountain. Yes, that's definitely me whenever I go hiking over here at Changsan Mountain. Whenever I'm going up there, I'm like, because I'm so tired and out of shape. Wheeze. Next one, example sentences here. It says, the doctor's patient began to wheeze during the examination. So the doctor was with the patient and all of a sudden, they're breathing with difficulty. Next one, it says, when he had a cold, he would often wheeze at night. Yes. Whenever I have a cold, for some reason when I'm sitting up straight, I'm fine and I'm not coughing. But right when I lay down, I'm like, aren't I such a good actress? I think I should be like a wheezing master actress. Next, number 8. Our word is curtsy. Curtsy. And the synonym means to bow. It is a verb because it is an action word. We're doing something. And it means to bend the knees with one foot in front and the other as a greeting. I curtsy, says the book. Very short. Usually done after a performance or to show respect. We're curtsying. However, are we curtsying when we say hello in Korean? When we do no. That's not a curtsy. That's just bowing. But curtsy is with your one foot in the front and one foot in the back and bending your knees. Example, let's read together. 3, 2, 1. The lady curtsied when she saw the prince approaching her. So because he's a prince or a queen or someone of royalty, we would have to curtsy to them. As it says over here. It says, she curtsied politely when she met the queen. It's just a polite and respectful thing to do. Next one. After her wonderful performance, the ballerina curtsied and smiled at the applause. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm so nice. I'm so good at ballet. Curtsy. Next one, our word is hinge. Everyone say hinge. This is a noun, and it is a piece of metal that fastens the edge of a door, window, or lid, or anything else to something else, and it allows it to open or close. So if you imagine, if you open, beep, close, beep, the hinge will be right here. It's connecting the two parts. The example, it says, we replaced the old hinges with metal ones, so the door is more secure. So if you look at your door anywhere, I'm sure you'll be able to see the hinge. Over here, it says the old hinge made a creaking noise every time I moved it. So every time you open the door, it's like, and then we open the door, and then creaking. The next one, quite similar. It says the cabinet hinge was broken, so the door wouldn't close. Since this hinge, this part that's connecting it, is broken, it wouldn't close all the way. Everyone say hinge. Excuse me. Number 10, our word is bladder. Everyone, the next page on 144, the word is bladder. And it is a noun because it is an organ in the body that stores urine. So whenever you feel like you have to go to the bathroom, then that means your bladder is full of urine. So you have to go to the bathroom and pee-pee. In the book it says, we have really strong bladders. That means that person's able to hold their pee-pee. But that's not a good thing. Example, let's read together. My bladder is weak, so I have to use the bathroom constantly. Yes, that means your organ is not very good at holding all of your urine, so you have to go to the bathroom quite often. But it's a good thing to go to the bathroom often if you're drinking a lot of water. It gives away my next sentence. It says, drinking lots of water helps keep your bladder healthy because you're continually washing it out. And yes. Next, holding urine too long can harm your bladder. So if you need to go to the bathroom, make sure you go. Next, everyone say lay off. Lay off. The synonym is cut back, and the antonym means employment. So it means to make someone quit, or you're letting them go. It's a noun, and it means the act of ending a worker's job. So if there is a layoff, that means a lot of people have to have no work because the company is saying, sorry, you have to go. In the book it says, your granddad worked at Ford then, and there were layoffs. Meaning at that time, the company had to make a lot of people leave. Lay off. Example, let's read together. The company had layoffs and let go of over 20 employees. Wow. So 20 people, unfortunately, lost their job. It could be for a lot of different reasons. Over here, it says he was surprised by the sudden layoff, but was hopeful in finding a new job. So his company was like, sorry, Miss Kimberly, you gotta go. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's okay. I think I can get a good job next. Being hopeful. Next, during the pandemic, there were many layoffs across companies. So yes, when COVID-19 happened, if you guys remember, from 4 or 5 years ago, during the pandemic, there are a lot of layoffs. A lot of companies had to let people go because there wasn't just any work to do at that time. Number 12, our word is formula. Everyone say formula. The synonym is a rule, and it is a noun. It's a fact written with mathematical symbols. So in our book, it says, now all we have to do is plug the numbers from the grid into our formula. Let's go to page 189 because it showed us what Mom's formula looks like. Mom's formula looks like, oh, where'd it go? Like this. And it says on page 188, A minus B minus C, then plus X minus Y minus Z, and then plus is like a big formula. You learned this in math, or different types of formulas. So plugging in numbers meaning to put the numbers in and to actually fill out and answer the formula. Example, it says, math is easy for me because I just need to use formulas to get the right answers. So yes, if you have all the different math formulas memorized, then that part of math will be easy for you. Next one, it says, he memorized the different formulas for his math test. Yes, usually formulas are like, what is the perimeter of a square, or what's the area of a triangle? Math terms. Next one, it says the formula helps them find the correct answer. Very good. Number 13, our word is engrave. Everyone say engrave. The synonym is to carve, and it is a verb. To cut words or pictures or patterns into the surface of metal or stone. So it depends on what we're trying to engrave and put letters in. It says in the book, your name will be engraved on it. So I don't want to give away, but someone had gotten something and they're getting their name engraved in it, meaning they had to cut the name out into it. Let's read the example together. His title was engraved on the nameplate, so everyone could know who he was. So here it'll usually say something like director or principal or CEO, Kimberly, whichever one, engraved into the nameplate. Let's go here. It says many people have their wedding date engraved onto their wedding ring. So if you have a wedding ring, it has like the dates like February 14th, 2024, and it's engraved into the ring to show when they got married. Next, it says, we asked the jeweler to engrave a message on the trophy for the winning team. Quite similar to the one at the top. We're just engraving something onto the nameplate. Next one, 14. Everyone say marzipan. Marzipan. It is a noun. It's a soft, yellow or white food made with almonds, sugar, and eggs used for decorating cakes. A little marzipan me, it says in the book, meaning a little decoration of Zoe was on the cake. And example, let's read together. It says, I'm not a fan of marzipan because I don't like the taste of almonds. Marzipan. So it also says here, she decorated the cake with flowers made out of marzipan. And I wanted to show you a picture of this. So if you have a cake, yeah. Oh no. Marzipan, oops, sorry. Marzipan decoration ideas. And then if you were to look at the internet and type that in, we can see different marzipan decorations like this. So if you've ever seen a cake with little decorations on top and you're like, oh, I wonder what this is made out of, it's usually made out of marzipan with almonds, sugar, and eggs. But not many people use or eat it because, I don't know, it just kind of tastes sweet. And the best part of the cake is the actual cake. Next here, it says, she decorated, oops, I already read that. Next, read the next one. The bakery sold colorful marzipan treats for all the neighborhood children to enjoy. So yes, there are some treats that are made out of marzipan also that you can just eat, but not many people really enjoy it. Or, I don't know. Maybe I just don't enjoy it, and I'm being a bit prejudiced. Next one, 15. This is now the start of our textbook words. Please repeat after me and say disposal. Well, disposable. Disposable. And the antonym is reusable. It is an adjective and it means meant to be thrown away once it has been used. So you just use it one time and you dispose it. Dispose means to throw away. So which is in our definition. Use it once, throw away. In the book it says, check this list of disposable items to see how your packed lunch measures up. So, do we have a lot of disposables in our lunch? Are we making a lot of trash? Next one. Let's read together. Diapers in the past had to be washed after use and weren't disposable. So a long time ago, with diapers and babies, yes, if a baby were to poop in it, they would just kind of, dispose of the poop and wash the diaper and reuse it. But now we have disposable ones where it's just use it once and throw it away. Next one, it says here, the hotel gave out disposable toiletries, including a toothbrush and toothpaste. So I'm sure you guys have been to a hotel. If not, they most give you a toothbrush and a toothpaste so that when you use it one time and you can throw it away. Next one, she brought disposable plates and utensils to use at the picnic. So instead of bringing like a glass plate and actual forks and knives, they brought plastic ones or paper plates to throw it away after one use. Disposable. Number 16, our word is compost. Compost. The synonym is fertilizer and the part of speech is a noun. It means a mixture of decayed plants, meaning dead plants, and vegetable waste, like the outside of an onion, which is added to the soil to help plants grow. Why? Because these also have nutrients in them. In the book it says, any leftover food goes in the compost, along with the fruit and vegetable peelings. That's why I said the outside of an onion. Because we don't eat the outside of the onion. It's usually covered with dirt. Instead, we can use it as compost. Example, let's read together. We added our food scraps into the bin to make compost for our garden. Yes, a lot of people do this because they want to help the earth and reuse their items. Here, she added compost to the garden to enrich the soil, to make the soil healthier and make the plants grow better. Next, it's a great idea to reuse old vegetable peels for compost instead of buying chemical fertilizers. So yes, we have fertilizers for our soil too, but instead, it'll be better for the earth to reuse old vegetable scraps. Compost. Number 17, our word is convenient. Everyone say convenient. The synonym is handy and the antonym is unhelpful. The part of speech is an adjective and the definition says fitting in well with the person's needs, activities, and plans. So is it helping us? Is it easy? Is it, making our lives a bit helpful? In the book, it says pre-packaged organic meals and snacks are convenient, but are they better for the environment? Like small little gummy packs, and we all love those little gummy packs, right? But is that helpful for the environment, or is buying the big jar of them and just taking a few out better for the environment? Next, let's read together. Reusable water bottles aren't convenient, but they help reduce plastic waste. But however, I think these water bottles are convenient because we just fill it up, wash it, fill it up, wash it. What do you think? Next, it says the bus stop was convenient for getting to school because it was right in front of my house. So here it's very helpful and handy because it fits well with my needs because it's right in front of my house. I don't have to walk that far. Next one, it says using a microwave is a convenient way to reheat food. Yes, a long time ago, people would have to like recook it and put it over the stovetop. But instead now, we just pop it into the microwave for like 30 seconds and then our food is nice and steaming hot again. Convenient. Number 18, our word is transport. Transport. And the synonym is to move. It is a verb and it means to take someone or something from one place to another in a vehicle. In the textbook it says processed foods are packaged, transported, and often chilled in a refrigerator just like non-organic foods. So transported, they're moved from one place A to one place B. Let's read the example together. 3, 2, 1. The movers transported all of my belongings to my new house. Yes, we have that kind of a service here in Korea. I love it. They just pack up everything for you and transport it to your new house. It's wonderful. I don't do anything. Next here it says the bus transports students to school every day. Yes, I'm sure some of you ride the bus to school, or some of you may walk to school, or maybe some of you are super lucky and have your parents drive you to school. That means that it is transporting you. Next, it says it was fun to watch the conveyor belt transporting the sushi to the customers. So if you've ever been to a sushi restaurant where it's like on a belt and it goes and then when you wait for the one that you want to eat, the conveyor belt is transporting the sushi from the sushi chef to you, the customer. Transport. Number 19, the next page. Our word is thankful. Everyone say thankful. The synonym is appreciative, and the antonym is ungrateful. Meaning, another synonym for this would be our other word, which is on page 142. For number 2, grateful. Grateful and thankful are also synonyms. It's an adjective and it means happy or grateful because of something. You're thankful. You're like, oh, thank you. Example, let's read together. Some people are never thankful to others, even if they receive help from them. Uh-oh, that's a negative sentence. But we should always be thankful for the help that we receive, correct? Let's look here. It says, I was very thankful to get the first place prize for the speech competition. You're like, oh, thank you. I'm so grateful for this honor to win first place prize. Next one. In America, Thanksgiving is a time to share about all the things we are thankful for. So you say, oh, this year I'm very thankful for being able to learn at M.I. My English skills have improved so much because of my awesome teacher, Miss Kimberly. Just kidding. Thankful. Our last word is understand. Everyone say understand. The synonym is comprehend. I'm sure you've heard of the word comprehend, and maybe sometimes you're like, oh, what does that mean? Well, now you know comprehend means to understand. It is a verb meaning to grasp the meaning of something, to fully know what it is. Example, after getting a dog, I finally understand how hard it is to be a pet owner. There are many responsibilities if you're a pet owner. Now they understand all of the hard work. It says, the student didn't understand the new grammar skill, but with more practice, he was able to. So at first he didn't know and didn't understand, but with practice and practice, he was able to figure it out. Next, it says, when I went to Japan, I couldn't understand what they were saying because I didn't study the language. So they were saying, da, 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 and I was like, sorry, I don't understand. To understand. Sorry, something just fell over in my kitchen area and it scared me. I was like, understand. So that is all of our words, 1 through 20. Again, now, please, 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 you must do this part. You have to review and self-study. Review all of the words again. Read it out loud. complete your vocabulary homework pages, this one and the next one, which is pages 147 and 148. And also, don't forget to write the sentences in the white line. And that is all. Please come and join me for the next video where we go over the difficult phrases for our novel and to know what the YouTube mission is. Thank you for joining me. Bye. See ya.